Welcome back to the channel, Sparkles. Today, we're going to explore the top 6 most valuable quarter-dollar coins from the United States of America. These coins include rare mint errors, copper and silver variations, and even unique color shades that become major players in the coin collecting and investor world. These treasures are not just pieces of history. They are also some of the most valuable coins that collectors are hunting for today. From classic silver quarters to rare minting mistakes, each coin tells a story of its own and carries incredible value in today's market. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is definitely for you. Backhand index pointing right. Let's get started with coin number 1. The 1995 P Washington quarter, often linked in legend with silver strikes and extraordinary errors, has become a coin that lives in the imagination of treasure hunters and collectors worldwide. Though at first it looks like any other 25-cent piece minted for everyday use, its story takes on mythical proportions when whispers of silver planchet errors and rare misstrikes enter the conversation. This is not just about a coin. It's about the idea that an ordinary quarter could secretly hold the power to change someone's fortune overnight. At its heart, the Washington quarter is a patriotic piece, bearing the image of George Washington on the obverse, and, in 1995, the familiar eagle reverse design. Millions were struck at the Philadelphia Mint that year, yet the lore surrounding a handful of rare coins makes them shine above the rest. The P Mint mark is a small detail, but it carries great weight for collectors, who know that within massive production runs, anomalies sometimes emerge, anomalies that can turn an everyday coin into a millionaire's prize. The most captivating rumor tied to the 1995 P quarter is the possibility of silver planchet strikes. By 1995, quarters were no longer made of silver, having transitioned decades earlier to a copper-nickel composition. Yet mistakes at the mint are not impossible, and when coins are struck on the wrong planchet, like leftover silver planchets, they become instant rarities. The chance that a 1995 quarter could be made of silver sparked excitement and keeps the dream alive for collectors who imagine holding not just currency, but a treasure worth millions. Why does such a possibility captivate so many people? It is because silver-struck modern quarters are virtually unheard of, and their existence would mean that the mint produced something it never intended. Collectors love stories of accidents, because in those accidents lies rarity, and in rarity lies value. Owning such a coin is not simply about wealth. It is about possessing a piece of history that slipped through the cracks, a mistake turned miracle. The market for such a coin would be staggering. Imagine walking into an auction with a quarter you found in change, only to watch it climb to 6, 7, or even 8 figures in value as collectors battle for the chance to own it. That is a dream that makes the 1995 P quarter so alluring. A coin once thought worth only 25 cents suddenly becomes a passport to fortune, able to change the life of its finder in an instant. For those who collect or simply enjoy the thrill of discovery, the 1995 P quarter represents hope. Hope that the coins in your pocket could hold secrets. Hope that a chance find could unlock wealth beyond imagining. Hope that destiny hides in the small, everyday objects we take for granted. Every time a collector examines a quarter from 1995, there's a heartbeat of anticipation. Could this be the one? What makes the story even more engaging is the idea that these coins could still be out there. They are not locked away in museums or private vaults beyond reach. They could be resting in change jars, coin rolls, or forgotten drawers, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and a sense of curiosity to uncover them. That accessibility keeps the fire of possibility alive and makes the 1995 P quarter a legend among numismatists. Beyond its financial potential, the coin carries symbolism. George Washington himself was a figure of fortune and destiny, a man who helped shape the nation and embody ideals of opportunity and perseverance. To have his image tied to a coin that might deliver unimaginable fortune feels almost poetic. It is as if history and destiny align in the form of this unassuming piece of metal. The true beauty of the 1995 P quarter lies in its ability to inspire imagination. Even if only a handful of silver-struck errors exist, or even if they remain the stuff of myth, the story itself is powerful. It reminds us that life-changing opportunities can appear in unexpected places. A coin worth just 25 cents can hold a story worth millions, proving that value is not always written on the surface. For anyone who holds a 1995 P quarter, the message is simple. Look closely. Test it. Weigh it. Study its shine. What may appear ordinary could in fact be extraordinary. Do not let it slip away at face value, because it might carry the weight of a treasure beyond measure. In the numismatic world, miracles often come disguised as pocket change. This coin's tale also reminds us of the larger lesson that fortune favors the attentive, those who notice the overlooked, who examine the details, who stay curious. These are the people who uncover treasures. The 1995 P Washington quarter becomes a metaphor for life itself. Opportunity is everywhere, but only those who take the time to recognize it will reap the rewards. And so, the 1995 P Silver Era quarter stands as one of the most tantalizing stories in American coin collecting. Whether as reality or legend, it captures the imagination with promises of fortune, destiny, and life-changing discovery. It is not just about money. It is about the thrill of the hunt, the magic of the unexpected, and the reminder that within the most ordinary things, the extraordinary can always be hiding. Next up, the year 1967 was a turning point in American coinage, and a quarter from that year, struck without any mint mark, has captured the imagination of collectors around the world. While millions are produced in standard copper-nickel clad, the whispers of rare silver strikes and unusual errors have turned this coin into an object of fascination. Imagine holding a quarter that looks like every other one from the 1960s, only to discover it has a potential to change your destiny forever. That is the story of a 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarter. At first glance, the coin seems ordinary. George Washington's iconic profile graces the obverse, with the bold word liberty above and a national motto, "In God we trust," resting at his side. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows, symbolizing strength and vigilance. But beneath this common design lies the chance of something extraordinary, a silver strike error, a rarity so profound that it would elevate this quarter from pocket change to $1 million treasure. By 1965, the U.S. Mint had officially ended the use of silver in circulating quarters, replacing it with the now familiar copper-nickel-clad composition. Yet transitions are never perfect. Mistakes happen, and in the fast-moving machinery of the mint, it is possible that leftover silver planchets, meant for earlier coins, were accidentally struck with the 1967 dies. For collectors, the existence of such a coin is like a legend waiting to be proven, a hidden gem that could rewrite the record books. This is what makes the 1967 no-mint mark quarter so exciting. The absence of a mint mark was intentional that year, as the mint sought to discourage coin hoarding during a period of national coin shortages. All coins were struck anonymously, with no sign of whether they came from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. That decision only deepens a mystery, because any rare error hidden in the 1967 mintage becomes harder to trace and even more alluring to seekers of numismatic fortune. Imagine this. You're going through a jar of old coins passed down from family, and you find a shiny 1967 quarter that feels heavier, rings differently when tapped, or gleams with the brilliance of silver rather than clad alloy. That discovery could transform your life overnight. Auctions for rare transitional or error quarters have been known to spark bidding wars, with collectors and investors pushing prices to unimaginable levels. If even one silver-struck 1967 quarter exists, it could command millions. The mystique of the coin also comes from its symbolism. The year 1967 was a time of change in America, culturally, politically, and economically. To have a coin from that year that defies the rules of production is almost poetic, as though history itself left behind a reminder that even in moments of upheaval, treasures can emerge unexpectedly. It connects past and present, and whoever owns such a coin is not just holding metal, but holding a fragment of destiny. Collectors often say that coins like the 1967 no-mint mark quarter represent more than value. They represent possibility. Possibility that something extraordinary could hide in plain sight, disguised as ordinary currency. Possibility that you could stumble across life-changing wealth when you least expect it. That sense of wonder and hope is what keeps collectors searching, what makes every coin roll or old jar change feel like a treasure chest. The market for such coins is not limited to seasoned numismatists. Investors, historians, and even casual dreamers are drawn to the allure of silver-era quarters. The thought that 25 cents could unlock millions captures imagination like a fairy tale. And unlike most fairy tales, this one exists in the real world, waiting for someone to make the discovery that proves the legend true. If you ever find yourself holding a 1967 quarter, do not dismiss it. Weigh it, examine it, listen to its ring, and look for the signs of silver content. Because what looks like a simple coin could be your key to unimaginable wealth. The difference between copper-nickel-clad and silver is subtle to the eye, but profound in value. A single oversight at the mint could translate into a fortune for you. The message here is clear. Fortune hides in the details. Those who look closely, who notice the differences, who pay attention, are the ones who uncover treasures. The 1967 no-mint mark quarter reminds us that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight, waiting for curious and the patient to claim them. And what if you are the one who finds it? That single coin could lift you from modest means to extraordinary riches. It could pay off debts, buy homes, secure futures, and turn dreams into reality. It is not just about wealth. It is about empowerment, about realizing that destiny sometimes fits in the palm of your hand, etched into the face of a coin that millions overlooked. In the end, the 1967 no-mint mark quarter stands as one of the most intriguing mysteries in American numismatics. Whether silver errors truly exist in circulation or remain the stuff of legend, the possibility is enough to inspire millions to keep searching. It is a symbol of hope, luck, and fortune, a reminder that even the smallest things, when rare enough, can carry the weight of a life-changing treasure. Next up, the year 1979 gave birth to many coins that passed through countless hands, but among them, the 1979 D. Washington quarter has a story that could change a life forever. While the ordinary version of this Denver-minted coin was struck in copper-nickel-clad, there lingers a legend that a rare handful slipped through the presses on leftover silver planchets, an accident so astonishing that today, a single discovery could be worth millions. To hold such a coin is not merely to possess currency. It is to cradle a key to unimaginable fortune. On the obverse of this coin, George Washington's noble profile stands tall, unchanged since the quarter's debut in 1932. But behind this familiar face lies the mystery of its composition. Most 1979 D quarters are ordinary, their copper edge glaring when tilted in the light. Yet if you come across one that gleams with the cool brilliance of silver, its edge shines a single color instead of a layered sandwich, you may just be looking at one of the most valuable error coins in existence. The Denver Mint, marked by the small d below Washington's hair ribbon, produced hundreds of millions of quarters that year. The scale of such production made mistakes inevitable. Imagine a silver blank left over from earlier issues mistakenly fed into the presses in 1979. Few would have noticed at the time, but decades later, this oversight transforms a coin into a treasure chest in disguise. It is these rare anomalies that collectors chase like hunters of buried gold. Why does this coin matter so much? Because it represents the impossible. By 1979, silver had long since been retired from circulating quarters, replaced with cheaper alloys. A 1979 quarter should not exist in silver. If one does, it becomes proof of human error, of history bending the rules, and that makes it priceless. In the world of numismatics, the rarest coins are not those struck in great numbers, but those that should never have been struck at all. Now imagine stumbling across one in a jar of old change. You pull out a handful of quarters, not thinking twice, until one catches the light differently. Heavier in the hand, ringing with a higher pitch when tapped, shining with that unmistakable silver glow. At that moment, you're no longer just an ordinary person. You are a discoverer treasure, holding a coin that could be worth not hundreds or thousands, but millions. The 1979 D silver quarter would not only change your financial life, but place you among the legends of collectors. Auction houses would clamor to host a sale, while wealthy bidders from around the globe would raise paddles to outdo one another. The bidding would climb higher and higher, until the final hammer strike delivered you a sum that could rewrite your destiny overnight. But beyond its monetary value, this coin carries symbolism. It is a reminder that miracles often hide in plain sight. What millions dismissed as ordinary pocket change has within it the potential to transform fortune. It speaks to the truth that history leaves secrets scattered around us, waiting for sharp eyes and open minds to uncover. The 1979 D quarter in silver is not just a coin. It is a message of possibility. For collectors, it embodies the thrill of the hunt. Every time someone searches rolls of coins or flips through old collections, they do so with a dream of finding that one impossibility, a silver-struck Denver quarter from 1979. This dream keeps the spirit of numismatics alive, fueling passion and perseverance. It's not just about money. It's about chasing the extraordinary in the ordinary. If you have such a coin, the greatest mistake you could make is to let it slip away for face value. It is not just 25 cents. It is a fortune compressed into metal, a sleeping giant of wealth. Selling it cheaply would mean surrendering the chance of a lifetime, a chance that comes once in generations. Treat it not as currency, but as a crown jewel, a relic of history. And the magic of this story is that it is true for anyone. Any person, no matter their background, could stumble across such a treasure. You don't have to be a millionaire to begin with. You only need to keep your eyes open, to pay attention, to respect the value hidden in the smallest details. The 1979 D silver quarter proves that luck is real, and it favors those who look closely. The transformation that such a coin promises is nothing short of miraculous. Imagine debts disappearing overnight, dreams of travel or business becoming realities, the freedom of knowing you are financially unshackled, all because of one quarter, a coin others might have ignored. That is the power of this numismatic marvel. In the end, the 1979 D Washington quarter, if struck in silver, is more than money, more than metal, more than history. It is destiny forged into a coin. It represents the hidden fortunes of life, the surprises waiting in the everyday, and the truth that even the smallest objects can carry the power to change everything. It is not just valuable. It is life-changing. It is the promise of a new future, hidden in your pocket, waiting to be discovered.